Hey guys, it's the Foxy Dev, and I'm here to teach you how to use the new A.A.C v5. It's crazy how it's already out. Anyways, I'm going to teach you how to use the new A.A.C. The new A.A.C runs primarily off of Boolean values, and you might be wondering, what are Boolean values? Well, I'm going to teach you right here. Boolean values are on and off values that could be used for anything. They could be used for movements, decals, even speed adjustments. This is why I picked Boolean values for the new A.A.C. It's easy to use and there's only one format for all. The key main factor of Booleans is that you could set the angle on the Boolean. Instead of having it on the show tape like regular auto shows, you can have it on the Boolean, so when you want to change any angles or any decals or anything, you don't have to change it on the actual show tape. You can change it on the Boolean and it'll update for all your show tapes. That's the basic rundown of Boolean values. Now don't worry, you don't have to script anything because the A.A.C comes with patches that you can put under your hinge or under the part with the decals, and it already comes with a bool inside, so all you have to do is hook it up on the spot, and it's very easy to set up. There's more complex ways you can use these bools, like putting them in folders and having them organized so it's easier to set up and easier to connect, but that's the basic rundown of them. Now, the next part is actually doing the setup. So here's how to set up the new A.A.C. So we're in studio right now, and we have our bot, but we need the A.A.C. You want to click on Workspace, Insert, and Insert from File. Then you click on the A.A.C, and you click on the updated patches, or whatever the name is. It's just the second thing that comes with it, or in future references it might come with it already in it, just there. So we have the A.A.C over here, and we have the bool converters. We're going to set up the A.A.C here a little later, and let's start with the bool converters. So in the bool converters folder has another folder called converters, and here's the name for all the converters, which is the hinge converter, the decal mouth converter, the light converter, and the prismatic converter. All of these converts those elements to booleans. Basically, for example, let's take a hinge here. We copy the scanner script, we go inside the bot here, and then we go to its hinge over here. We paste the script under the hinge, and we could set the angle right here. So let's see what the angle is. So the angle is, let's say 30, 35. So let's set it to 35, and here's the bool. So what should happen is that every time the bool's activated, it should open his mouth. So as you can see, every time the bool is activated, it opens or closes his mouth. So when the bool's active, it opens his mouth. When the bool's deactivated, it closes his mouth. Very simple concept that can work with anything. So the next part is actually setting up the A.A.C, which is a very simple setup. So inside of A.A.C has system, screen, and these three folders here. Only three folders. You don't need to go inside of the Surface UI. You don't need to do anything else. It's just these three folders. And I'll explain all these folders. The first folder is the audio folder. This is where you put in your show tape audio. And the second folder is the connectors folder. This is where you connect your bools to the actual system, which I'm going to explain in a second. And here's the output folder. When you're done recording, instead of like the old A.A.C word output in the output bar down here, instead it'll output in this output folder. And I'm going to explain that later. But I'm not going to focus on that. So in connectors where you would connect your bools, you would click the plus and type in object value. Now an object value is basically an object value. You click this and it lets you select objects or in the Explorer or in the workspace, which is a very simple concept. Basically, you click the value, it should prompt you to select something, and then you go and you select the corresponding bool. So the bool for the mouth. You also set up your audio, which I don't have to because it comes with audio and I don't have any audio to test it on. Oh wait, I forgot a step. Basically, you gotta name the object value the name of your key. It doesn't have to be capital. It could be either way, but you have to name it a key. So it could be E, R, whatever. The only exception is that it cannot be numbers or any other thing. It can only be letters. So I'm gonna name it E, and then I'm gonna just play. So now you can see that the button shows up here whenever I click E, it opens the mouth. So you click start recording, it'll play your audio, and then you can record it. So after you're done recording, you go to output, and there should be a new folder called finish recording. This has your data. So after you copy the folder, you leave the game and paste it back into output. Now in this template folder here, you copy the data player script and you paste it inside. And then under the data player script has a sound and you put in your sound ID of your show tape. And then you could just ignore the rest. And you officially have set up a show tape. Now you can name this show tape to anything like Sigma 67, but you can name it to anything, and then when you play, it should pop up your show tape here. If you leave it at finished recording, what it would do is if you were to start recording again and record any future data, it would override or add new data. So let's say you recorded the mouth, and then you start recording again, and you re-record the mouth, it would override the data. Or let's say you already recorded the mouth and you're recording the other movements, it will add the other movements to the already existing data, and so on. Now here's some cool features about the A.A.C. When you're done finishing your show tape or your recording, you can actually change the path, because the path to the bool is the name of the string value, which is all the data blocks. Also, Merry Christmas. I know I'm a day late, but Merry Christmas, Christmas is the day the Lord Christ was born. And you just gotta be grateful for living through another year. You gotta be grateful for all the blessings. Being grateful for waking up today and breathing. The Lord has literally changed my life. He's done many great things in my life. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. You know, people tend to not like the Lord. And that's all more the reason of how he's real. Because the hate means that they're actually scared of him, that he's actually real. Like, you don't see it with any real other religions. But yeah, he's changed my life. He's made my life better. That's why today I don't have any drama on me, really. And I just chillax. I don't really care, but I just made this to help people. And if you found this tutorial confusing, you can join the Discord. It's probably going to be in the description, and there's a help section. So if you need any extra help, someone in the server can probably help you. Uh, and with that, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.